Hello everybody and welcome back to another Magic the Gathering Arena video. Following the success of my Boros Moth Rider Cavalry deck, I have sort of caved a little bit and followed the meta and built an Orzmoth version of the Moth Rider Cavalry deck. So for those who didn't watch it, basically Moth Rider Cavalry is 2 and 2 white for a human samurai. This spell costs 2 less if you have no other creature cards in your hand, except Moth Rider Cavalry's. It's flying and has other creatures you control get +1/+1, so it's an anthem card that you can only play for 2 if you have no other creatures. So we built a deck with no other creatures, but ways of getting creatures, i.e. token generation. That's what I did in the Boros deck, but there is a very obvious sort of Orzmoth version of the deck, and black is very much in power at the moment thanks to Undercity Plunder. So here's the Orzmoth version. So similarly for Moth Rider Cavalries, I've up to 4 Fragment Realities. It seems really good in the current meta, being able to pick off the opponent's Anvil against those Rakdos decks. You can get rid of Kiki Jiki, you can get rid of basically anything and give them something that's missing, and get rid of one of their combo pieces for 1 at instant speed. It's fantastic. Pairing with this, we've got 2 Vanishing Verses for where we don't want to give them something back, and we have a mono-coloured target. For Undercity Plunder, this is a new Alchemy card, so it's 1 and 1 black. Target opponent discards a card, then they may discard an additional card. If they don't, we get a duplicate of a random card from their library to play. So basically, it's always a 2-card advantage. Either they lose 2 or they lose 1 and we gain 1. So for 2 mana, this is incredibly powerful. I think it's probably going to get nerfed. I'm seeing this basically played in every single deck on the ladder at the moment. So yeah, obviously running 4 of it in this deck. 2 Painful Bonds, again a new Alchemy cards, 1 and a black. Draw 2 cards, then cards in your hand with mana value 3 or greater perpetually gain. When you cast a spell, you lose 1 life. I don't really have any recursion in this deck, so perpetual just means when I cast them first time, I lose 1. Obviously this affects stats, so that's why I'm only running 2 in here, because I don't want to be paying 3-4 life for paying for these Planeswalkers, but having 2 gives us some nice instant speed card draw. Instant speed is important because of the instant speed removal that we have. Lets us hold mana up and be threatening, particularly with the Wandering Emperor. Again, I'm only running 2 in this deck, whereas I would normally run 4 of this as it's so powerful, but as it has flash, we're running 2 of those. The reason I'm only running 2 is that I'm also running 2 of Sorin, which is another token generator. Also gives a sort of bit of needed card advantage to the deck, and obviously gets rid of that sort of legendary problem I'm having with these 2. The Wandering Emperor is very slightly better, but running 2 of each I think is better than running 4 Wandering Emperors. Running 2 Mythic Massacres for basically to tech against the sort of Rakdos matchups that we're facing. So when we're facing off against Blood Artists and Sanguine Brushstroke triggers from blood tokens, having a little bit of life gain back is nice, and we're giving ourselves a little bit of extra value if the opponent wipes our board repeatedly, which does happen against this deck. Similarly to before, I'm running the Wedding Announcement and Restoration of Aganjo package. These 2 are kind of brilliant in combination, and yeah, no real reason not to run them here. A bit of off-the-wall inclusion in this deck is Kaya Geist Hunter. We're utilising this mostly for her -2 ability, which is until end of turn. If 1 or more tokens would be created under your control, twice that many are created instead. That is because we have token generation in Lolth, Wandering Emperor, Sorin, as well as obviously these 2 cards. So we've got plenty of token generation in the deck. And yeah, being able to give our creatures Death Touch and put a 1/1 counter on those tokens is a handy little addition. Again, 3 Lolths. We're running 3 of this Planeswalker because it is just so much better at token generation than any of the others, giving us 2/1 Menace Reach creatures and a draw mechanism. This is basically to gum up the board after it's been wiped, or if the opponent's forcing us into a go wide situation. Lolth is brilliant there. And then 2 Amiria's Calls just to take us up to 26 lands, and obviously give 2 more token generation outputs. Can get some very nice janky stuff going on, creating 4 Angels with Kaya, if it comes to that. And then yeah, nothing really special about the lands. Sort of all the white and black sources we can get because of all the 2 white and 2 black costs we've got in our Planeswalkers. But yeah, that's the deck. I'm currently sitting around 500, rank 500 in Mythic, so we're going to jump into some games, and yeah, I'll show you how it goes. Okay, let's see what we can do. Yeah, it's looking like a pretty decent hand. Got a black from Forsaken Crossroads. Just Just gotta hope to hit another black. And then we're flying. Nope. One of our 2 Mythics on the bottom. I never like putting them on the bottom when you're only running 2, because that means I've got 1 left in the, 25 cards top half of the deck. Okay. Opponent's blue-white. We've only got white lands down at the moment, so we're not being countered, so we'll play a Ganjo out. Could have played Wedding Announcement, but this is likely a Doomscar, so don't want to put too many creatures out just yet. Okay, Wizard class. What is this janky deck? Yep, we can use this to run. I think I'll play out Sorin and just plus. Might as well get our hand nice and full, because the opponent's waiting to board wipe, I think. They're presumably playing creatures playing this, but no point showing our hand just yet. We can just sit back and get some value out of this, force them to deal with Sorin. That's interesting. Give us that back to play with. I mean, they don't want the Architect on the board, but still. Okay, so I think we will plunder them, force some discard, sudden insight, and trust good deck of fire. Okay, this really is a janky deck. I'll play this in taps. Yep, take that, and then I'll put the announcement down this time. Start developing a small board, see if they want to wipe it. I mean, we're going to have Sorin to 7 before they know it. Portable hole for the token. Doesn't look like the opponent's actually got much to put on the board though. This has to be a Doomscar, doesn't it? I think I've hit land every time on Sorin so far. Put Lolth in, put a bit more pressure that they can't wipe away easily. And this, of course, well, even Farewell doesn't do that well against 2 Planeswalkers. Now this board has to be wiped. Force them to play out all these Doomscars. Here we go, that's one. Okay, let's just rebuild our board a bit. Draw another card of Sorin. Fine. We're definitely going to get to ultimate him. Might as well keep him alive though. No more planes to pull. Put the second one of these in. We've got all the land in our hands, so. Okay, got 8 on the board, which puts them at 14, which not quite lethal with Sorin ultimate, but close. So much land. Okay, let's hit him in the face with Sorin. And then hit him in the face with these creatures. Okay, not sure where the opponent's game plan was going there, but Planeswalker value just seemed to be outside the remit of their deck. Okay, try again. Okay, here we go again. Astral Blaze 99. Yep, not even going to read too much into that. Sugar, I meant to take that out of this deck, and I should have played white first. All over the place. Oh my god! Such an idiot. Have some wraps. much rather fragment that. Where are my lands? "26 lands, only 2 in 9. Come on. Come on. Right, I'm going to get rid of this. No, thank you. Going to get hit for 4 here, which is slightly painful, but... Oh my god, I thought he was going to cast the other option of that. Would have been worse. Ah, wanted to land. Come on, Hobgoblin Bandit. Actually, no. I think we need a Mythic. Oh, this is just not ideal. I guess we'll play this out and not attack. This could have gone worse, but I'm not sure how. Okay, that's the Moth Rider dead. At least I held this back. Kill that off. Block with that. Okay, can get a Lolth in. Does that keep us alive? Maybe.
Are you enraptured? A gift in exchange for loyalty.
This could have gone so well.
A setback.
What?
Nothing more.
I don't know why you don't just attack. Okay, still alive. Sort of. Let's see if they give us a card. I mean, if they're sensible, they'll just discard both. Good game. Rolled by Goblins. What a scrub. Okay. Marcana. Come on, Marcana. This should actually be some good levels for us if we can win. Which would be a miracle, but I've not seen these sleeves before. Birds of Paradise. Okay, opponent mana getting, that's a nice sign. Especially when we've got such a vicious opening hand. God, this dragon's annoying. What colour was it? Black. Okay. Plunder. God, what is with this mad sounds? Ugh. Triumphant Adventure. Can't deal very well with that at the moment. Might just do this hook. Don't really want that adventurer around, to be honest. Just ticking in those blooming benches for them. Pain in the arse, these things. Although I suppose I probably could have held it in case they had more. Don't know. It's likely the 3/3 dragon coming now anyway, isn't it? Oh, what? Yeah, we'll do the same. Why didn't I hold this? Look at him with his mutton chops. Yeah, alright. Not sure what that was in aid of. Okay. Don't mind that too much. I think I should wedding it out some. Oh, there's only one white source. Cock that up. How about 6 lands and only one of them's white? Well, that is sort of white as well. Yeah. Just grind them out one token at a time with Meat Hook. Come on. Maybe it's a blessing in disguise that I didn't exile this because I can get rid of this now. Let them have the discard. We need to get this down.
Darkness will surround us, choose one.
Just a land gone. Okay. Yes, please.
I will do what I demand.
That seemed a good choice. Vanishing Burst down. I'll get the more tokens out, I think.
And I will choose one.
If I fragment this, God knows what they can pick up. Could fragment this after attacking with the 3/3. I'll just hold it. Just hold. Because I might have to just fragment this. Yeah, sod it. See what I'm about to discard now with your Valky. Come on, land. White land.
My words
Sort of. God, I think they're not going to have another connoisseur, are they? Please don't make me get rid of this. Do I want to attack? No, because then I'll lose Lolth potentially, which I don't want to do. I want my 2 cards a turn. I can Amiria's School next time and attack. Come on. What do you need your token that badly for? 6 mana for what? 7 Valky? No. Tybalt, yeah. For God's sake. Or does this get rid of creature? No, just doing the top card. So you can play these forever. That's bloody good value, isn't it? Okay.
my children
I think we're just going to cast this. We'll swing here. Probably like that. brutal that this is still there, but can't really do much about it at the moment. This is definitely a close one. Mardu version of this. It's like somewhere in the middle of my deck, and it's to enable Kiki Jiki, I suppose, but come on, they pull that off my deck. Yep. That's grim. Very grim. Come on. I don't want that. Right. Let's get our creatures bigger. Swing with both those. One more of those there. One of those here. In case we can kill it. This. I really don't want this around anymore. The value of this is so big. Just hit that. There we go. Then we've got the Wandering Emperor for an ambush if we need it. Okay. We may not have killed Tybalt, but killed everything else pretty much.
My power is for annihilation. Traitors, all of you.
And they can't minus him.
A
Basically they need a board wipe.
gift exchanged for
And they're looking in my deck for one. No good board wipes in there, I'm afraid. Just about got there. Okay, that was a nice one. We'll try again. Okay, I just recorded something like 5 games and had my microphone muted for all of them. So I'm just gonna do 1 or 2 more, depending on how long they take, and then do a roundup. But yeah, I thought I had tons of footage. I started putting it together, and then I realised that yeah, I'd been muted the whole time. So it was just watching me play without any insight or input as to why I'm doing what I'm doing. So anyway, this looks like a slightly dubious opening hand. I mean, we've got 3 lands, so it's definitely a keep. But Painful Bond in the opening hand isn't that helpful. Plunder is alright. That's quite a nice one, but obviously I'm not going to pay 3 life just to hold that open, so I'll play this in tapped. Okay, blue-red. I think this is why when we have to play against Izzet or other sort of controlling decks, the plunder really comes into its own. What? Dragon Turtle. Dragon Turtle. Man, these... I have tried using that card myself, but god, it doesn't really do anything. Okay, there was no stick from the opponent. So this is a... okay. Izzet Dragons. Okay. Do I want to fragment this? They're going to get a Dragon Turtle out. I'm not sure. I think maybe I'll just cast this and then bond. We've got 2 above the level already though. Oh, I can't fragment anyway. Yeah, okay. I'll take 2 damage this time, then bond, and then we'll see what to do next turn. Izzet Dragons with Dragon Turtle? But apparently no instants, so maybe they need double blue. Okay. Not ideal, but I'm going to take a bunch of damage and potentially give them the colour they're missing. Okay, so that's 6. So we can do this and this. That might be the way to go. Attack with that because we don't want to be blocking with our cavalry. And I can sacrifice that this time. Got a second black source, so got to give it up at some point when we're down to 9 life. Let's see. Okay. I mean, I could block. I'll block like this. And then fragment the Town Razor. Could be dangerous, but... okay. We'll lose lull. But at least the gold span's dead. Should have done it before blocking, really, so I could see whether or not to do that. Emmerith. Interesting. So if we do this, we can get one more plains. And I can then put one more cavalry in and still hold open a white. Can attack with this actually. Spit out a 3/3. I don't really have a good block against the Town Razor. And I'm not going to make the same mistake again. Let's try and exile this now. Okay, the well, that is less worrying. So we can let this 4 damage in. And just hope they don't have any burn to face type deals going on. Nope. Okay. I'm surprised. We have 8, 11, 14. Hey, dead on board. Thanks, opponent. Okay. Yeah, try again. Okay, next game. Playing against 8-2-1 this time. Okay, 3 lands on the play. Pretty good. This one is always tapped, so we'll get that in first on white as we're playing this next. No. Don't really want it in our first 10 cards. Painful Bond. I think we're only running 2, but it always seems to come up early when we don't really want it. Red, okay. It's going to be Rakdos. It's not going to be anything else, is it? Let's get them plundered. I mean, this card's good in best of 1. In the best of 3 games, people have started running Orvar and stuff, so it's a little less good. But, yeah. In best of 1, very strong. This could be helpful. Can't pay the 3, though. So it's just a 2/2 haste, I suppose. It's a 2/2 haste that I am going to use. I would guess that the opponent is playing some 1-drop creatures, but we'll see. Maybe we won't see. I don't care enough about that. Okay, probably care a little bit about that. Do it? Do we? Yeah. Yeah, we can. See what they get. Bloodthirsty Adversary, I mean it comes in tapped, so that's fine. Okay, or do I put that on white? Okay, we'll take another white and get this going. Leave this back to defend for now. Oh man, that's Lolth gone. So brutal when that happens. Okay, we do actually want our painful bond this time. The only thing I can get back is this. No thanks. Okay, I'll play this first, although it's going to make that more expensive, but yeah, I could have drawn something else that I actually wanted. This is just there as a bait, really. Try and save us some life.
Just how I showed you. You got this.
Really need to find a wedding announcement or something to actually put some board presents down. Well, the bait has worked. Basically gain 5 life for 3 mana. Okay, we can ditch that, but I'm not ditching Sorin. Just gotta hope it doesn't give them anything good. Nothing as good as that, that's for sure. Okay. At least I finally got a bit of ball presence.
You can deal with my servant. I'm busy.
Okay. Amiria's cool they took from us. Vicious. Very vicious. So this, are we going to block this? Possibly. Guess we'll get rid of that. Oh, yeah, that's an enchantment. Guess it denied them a draw, but at what cost? Potentially the game.
Consider yourself fortunate after this. You fight for me.
Got one more turn to try and deal with that before we get locked out by this combo. Okay, that's it. GG. Okay, just a very quick look at these stats on untapped.gg. So I think I showed about six games or so in this video, and I recorded about another 5 more without sound. So in total, I've played, here you can see I've played 32 matches with about a 70% win rate. All of those have been through Mythic. This deck has taken me from somewhere in the thousands up to somewhere about 500 or so at the moment, with a 70% win rate. So that's pretty good going as far as Mythic matches go. It's not perfect by any means, obviously, but yeah, it's one of the better performing decks I've done recently. Against some of the kind of main decks in the meta at the moment, we've got 57% win rate against Rakdos. It was better until that last game where I struggled a little bit, but I think in general we have the slight beating of Rakdos. This is what the stats show. A very good win rate against mono black and mono white, and decent performance against control. So it's Rakdos has given us a bit of a challenge, and there's potentially some card swaps we can do to do better in that matchup. But in general, the deck's performing well against other things that are common in the meta at the moment. If you've got any suggestions on changes that I can make to the deck to make it better or to fare better against Rakdos, I'd love to hear them. So please leave me a comment in the video. Yeah, otherwise, until next time, bye for now.